condemning that, but what I'm saying is we got to put these things in order and in perspective. Now I want to read Luke 17:20 through 21. Says, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees, and this is something else that No Face and Dale hit on all the time. And that's why the family is so important, because when you leave a crappy job, rather you making $10 an hour or $45 an hour, the reason you leave it happy is because you know you're going to home to a heaven.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't go home to a heaven, that's when you start making that U-turn going over to that other lady house.
Oh, my God.
You understand what I'm saying? So family is crucial. So I got to read this. Luke 17:20, 21. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, Jesus, when the kingdom of heaven should come, this Jesus answered. He answered them and said, the kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of heaven is within you. See, we looking all outside of ourselves for heaven, but we make the heaven. This heaven right here.
True indeed.
This heaven.
True indeed.
Yeah, and this is the opposite side of hell, because we raised some hell.
Oh, yeah. All three of us. All three of us.
But this is heaven right here.
True indeed.
So we can bear witness to it. So when it says without observation, observation is the act or the process of observing something carefully in order to gain information. We must begin to observe the people who God has sent to help us. It may not be the person you like. You may be looking at the person that's got all the money, all of the places to go, all of the access to resources. But are they doing it for the people, or are they doing it for their own vain glory? You answer that. And the way you answer that is by observing them. And that way you're no longer judging them. You're using discernment. And discernment is allowed in religion. Discernment is allowed. Jesus used discernment. So we must begin to do that. Otherwise, people like us will die off, disappointed, because we tried so hard to tell you what God told us to tell you. And if we continue to live it, then you got to bear witness to it. But the only way you bear witness to it is to observe it. I thank you all for that moment. I'm going to pass it on over to Mr. No Face. I'm going to turn my mic off and let him do his thing.
Shout out to everybody. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate you all for tuning in.